What's going on, Minecraft fans? My name is Shiloh, and welcome back to Minecraft 100 Days. However, this is no longer Minecraft Temples 100 Days. I'm done with that series. I'm no longer doing it because I realized killing the Ender Dragon on day 50 was a really bad decision, as I didn't have much to do for every day moving forward, unlike Luke the Notable. So now I'm restarting to fix that mistake on a brand new 100 Days, this time being 100 Days Island, as I'm on a Survivor Island. That's what the template was called. And with the new graphical update, it's the perfect time to restart. So I'll see you all in the new day one. And here I am, day one, story day. And this became like any other survival world, breaking a tree to get wood to make tools and a house. So this island I was on only had one tree, and it was not a lot of wood. It's enough to get full-on tools, but not enough to make a house. So I quickly ran into this way more bigger tree, which included some swimming in this nice, beautiful water. This graphic update, while a little weird, the water got way better. This is amazing water. It's nearly realistic, to be honest. But enough about my water opinion. I made it to this way bigger tree and started mining it. Knowing that I wouldn't be able to get every one of them, and since I didn't place down any of my oak wood to break the rest, I was gonna get as much as I can. Hopefully have enough. Hopefully have 16 for a stack of wood. That would be enough for not only my tools, but I could start making the house with the rest of it. So after I mine all the wood I can from below here, but one of them getting stuck on another um, oak plank, I quickly moved to the other sides to get what I can from where I was already standing. And once I was out of reach, I moved a block to get the rest. Seeing that one what I was telling you about. So after getting two for the price of one, I got another one and one more, leaving me with over a stack. And after that, I was gonna about to get another one, but I decided, no, let me just leave it alone. So I quickly ran forward, find some more trees and whatnot. But to my surprise, I found a village and a ruined underportal right next to each other. I can find these in any survival world I load into, but them being next to each other is a pretty rare sight. But regardless, I ran to this ruined underportal to see what was there, which the loot was okay. It's enough to pass on, but not enough to really help you. But after that, on the sunset of day one, I got some wood for the village and started making my house near it. Now, will my house look village-like? You're probably wondering. For this first part, no, but for parts above, yes. And just like with temples, this I will be adding multiple floors and such. And probably a cave basement like what Luke Notable did in his first part of 100 Days, just so I have a reliable mining system to get everything I need. Now, of course, I will still go to a cave, but having two caves is nice, makes things easier, and if those two caves are like connect to each other, the more the merrier. Anyways, I worked on this and decided I would make this a pretty big first floor, a pretty big start, so that I could have a lot of space when I put down all my essentials like a furnace, crafting table, enchantment table, and whatnot. Now I might make those into rooms so that each room actually has something. Unlike temples, where only like 4 rooms actually has some stuff in it. That's yet to be determined. I was just doing what every Minecraft do, which is building the floor out of the material so they're not stepping on dirt. You hear that annoying sound if you step on grass and dirt. Hard sound.
So yeah, I was mainly working on the floor, which, well, very relaxing. Doing this can get a little boring, especially since I can't commentate. This obviously isn't cringe or funny because my comedy skills just aren't on point, and I can only make people from school laugh because I act like a freaking 5-year-old who's always sugar without people noticing. But anyways, I then went back to the walls of the house. laying it all out. And in the night of day one, I was going to a cave to mine, and after luckily two blacksmiths in the village giving me my iron sword and their pickaxe, I was mining cobblestone so I could make stone tools to get rid of my wooden tools, upgrade and such. Which is really bipolar to my iron and diamond. But hey, you can only get so much at a village. There's an iron golem, but I didn't kill it. I'm saving that for part two. I know I should have just killed it already, but iron golems deserve better. So after getting a stack of cobblestone, I broke the one Minecraft rule of not digging down to hopefully find a cave.
Oasis while digging down. So I knew I was near a cave. I just didn't know exactly where near. So I kept going down and down, really hoping I wouldn't hit um, deep slate or bedrock. Which deep slate isn't bad, but you just find much ways off irregular. And voila! I found the cave and found a lot of mobs, including a zombie I heard. So at first I had to deal with a creeper, which luckily did not blow up, as I used cobblestone to navigate these little tight corners. And off camera, I got some iron stuff. Now day two, base building day, base upgrade day, whatnot. So I continued making the house by versus doing the floor with more wood I got from the village, because villagers are just stacked with that stuff, including around their farms, which was where I got most of the wood this time around instead of from the sides of their houses. Anyways, I stopped right here by that little grass mount. This is my limit, Any more, and it is just being ridiculous. It really is ridiculous, but it would be more ridiculous. So yeah, after we're doing the floor, I was just doing the walls, making sure that this is jumpable, as I do not like claustrophobic houses. I should be able to jump in my house. This is also in real life. Claustrophobia is not good for me, like most people. I got a bit better at it, but even then, I want to be able to jump wherever I am. So yeah, and of course, just like your basic Minecraft house, it was just completely squared, nothing else until later days where I give it some more personality. Not make it just a square house. Yes, that's so like 2009 or 2015. We're in 2025. Got a separate game, but yeah. So when I ran out of wood, I quickly ran into the village to get some more because we gotta go back here. Now, I didn't go for most of the houses, but I decided I would go for the houses this time around. Go for some I ignored because I didn't need at the time, but now I do. So what mine was here, I was not gonna go for every bit. If I was only gonna go for ones off the sides, I will go for those on the near the roof once the time arises. But for now, I was satisfied with the side ones since these were the most like get me once, if you get what I'm saying. So you see one of my remnants. So I was walking up the mountain just to pay some time, um, and I started to get a bit more from another farm. And in the sunset, which was also or the night, sunset night, it's one of each in a rainy day. I continued with the walls, which raining on a part I really don't like, but I decided to keep it around since weather will rarely be in it besides at nighttime. So why not? Why not? It ain't gonna hurt anything. And also, it's quite nice. This rain, it's not much different from what it used to be, but it still looks pretty nice. So I was, so after I removed that, I was getting jumped like crazy. And it was so bad I went to a little bit of an area and I walled myself in so I could heal up a little bit. Hopefully they can fall out here so I could go back outside to my house. So maybe sleep these mobs away so I can just go back to what I was doing. Now I should just see what mob was there, and voila, it was zombies. So I was getting them with my iron sword, nothing too hard, then a skeleton came out of nowhere. I was getting shots off, luckily I managed to kill it. I then thought maybe that was clear, but nope, a creeper came out of nowhere. Luckily though, I got it before it blew up. Now thinking this time the coast is clear, I jumped out trying to see if a skeleton was nearby, but I didn't see any, so I was slowly getting out. hopefully to be safe. As I was digging my way out, I was running I ran back to base so I could sleep, and not clear skeletons and zombies again. So getting behind cover, a spider then came to get me. Now luckily I killed this pretty fast. My zombie came, and then another one, then a skeleton, and I did not bow well. So other than embarrassing death in just part one alone, they got this hardcore mode. This was been deleted, and the entire thing would not exist. I ran back to where I got killed to get back my loot quickly to take out the mobs, and I couldn't. You know, they was like almost trying to jump me, and I just wanted to just finish the house at the roof. So in the next clip and night while I was reading, I did something regrettable. I did minor cheating already. Now, minor cheating is when I use creative mode to finish something I'm already doing. And I use it this time to finish the house, like all the walls, the doorways, and the roof, all in creative mode, so I don't have to deal with the mobs. Now, I know y'all don't like this. I don't like it either. You know, I want to stay in survival mode only. But sometimes you have to go to creative mode to fit something. And while I was doing that, I was counting each block I was using like I was in survival counting so that once it did run out, I would throw it away like you saw me do earlier. So that's what I was doing with this. But so yeah, I finished the doorway here. Your simple oak doorway until you know I get better wood to make it better. But I then finished the roof, which I realized that how much wood I had was not enough for it, but I didn't care because regardless, this roof was gonna get finished this day, even without it in creative mode. So I didn't. So I realized the door was not symmetrical, and I fixed this issue rather quickly. Three doors is a little weird, but it makes it symmetrical, so it works. So after killing a zombie and creative, I went to sleep for day three. And boom, day three, combat day. Starting off with just zombies before I picked skeletons, spiders, not creepers because I learned my lesson on that. But yeah, first started with zombies, and for part one, I wanted to make this the most simplest part before things get critical. And you know, I start preparing to get the Ender Dragon. So yeah, unlike with Theater where I would run in there, getting bombarded, which sometimes killed me, I decided to stay outside of it since, you know, it would risk getting damage less. And with my armor, these things would have killed me in an instant. Even with a shield, my armor was just iron from that cave I went into. If I tried to go against that, I'd be hard shreds. But anyways, my iron sword broke, which surprised me. I didn't think it would break so fast. So with the amount of wood I have in my inventory, I made a new crafting table to make a new iron sword, and go back to what I was doing, bashing these zombies who can't do anything about it. So as you can see, it's like almost like in temples, it was a full-on box that I had to change a lot because the creepers. But here, it's just a fence with a doorway inside, where I can lure the mobs and lock them up. Like,
Do something. Don't overthink. All right, take it from me. Do not overthink. Anyways, while I saw me get one good jab at me, I like to get more good jabs at them, making them look like polka dots, making them feel like boba tea. But I just stop talking about this. So yeah, swung. I was gonna use a bow, but with only 64 arrows, it would only kill like at least five of them. I probably it wouldn't kill all of them. But the sun came up. Well, it was sunset, but it still was the sun, so most of the zombies were burning to death with it. Only ones with helmets survived. Um, still, you know, I swung on them because if you're gonna die, if you're gonna die anyways, you need to make sure it's a bit faster. Now, one zombie I think I accidentally hit off outside. I don't know how that happened, but right. I fixed it, then my iron sword broke, so I made a new one, and I took out the last remains. Somehow a pig got in here, spawned in here. I don't know how, but you know, it was just there. So I'll probably make a, yeah, I probably will make animal heads. This is not one though. Luckily, the pig left. I was gonna kill it in my head, not because it was innocent. So I put about the nighttime because this was day three. This was gonna end at not end at day four. No, day three. Sorry, day four is part two. So after running past two creepers, I don't know how they didn't notice me. I quickly sprinted to my house and went to my nice white bed to end the day and the first part of the brand new Minecraft 100 days.
The end of this new version of 100 Days. Hope you enjoy the first part of the new 100 Days. If you did subscribe, like, bell, and notify, go on my friends, my socials in the description, and I'll see y'all for part 2 and next time. Peace.